This is CBS 11 News Now.
It's News Now, our digital update. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Jennifer Langren. Syracuse beat Arizona State last night, so they are moving on, and tomorrow they will take on TCU, while the Orange were fighting to keep their season alive. The Horned Frogs made it to Detroit, and that's where they will start their run in the big dance.
Yeah, so everybody's talking about March Madness today. So let's talk a little bit about what TCU is up against. First, let's begin by just telling you a little bit about TCU. They're in that Midwest district, the Midwest section of the region. Now, they were only 9-9 in conference play, so not terribly great. But then after that, they were 21-10, so that's pretty solid. RPI rank of 25, which means they had a pretty difficult schedule, and Vlad Braziansky is their big player on the team, so look for him to lead the Horned Frogs throughout the tournament and their run. So, all right, let's look at who they're going to be playing. TCU is going to be playing Syracuse, as Jen mentioned. They won last night, so the winner of the TCU Syracuse game is going to move on, and they're going to have a tough matchup in that next game, Michigan State versus Bucknell. A lot of people think that Michigan State is one of those teams that could go all the way and possibly even win the championship.
We've got at least one Horned Frog watching along on our Facebook Live right now. Right. He says, "Fear the Frogs."
Fear the Frogs. Well, let's see how they do. All right, let's talk about everybody else. You're a Texas grad.
I'm a Texas grad.
So
I got to get him through the first round.
Have you done your bracket?
I'm working on it at my desk right now.
Have you done your, okay.
I'm basically through like the 32. I haven't gotten any further than that.
Okay, so obviously Texas is right here.
And I know they're ranked behind Nevada, but I got to give it to them. I mean, they're my horns.
Yeah.
So, you know, how much farther than that, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
So.
All right, we'll see how they do. All right, let's bring in Annalise. Annalise,
hello, guys.
You did your bracket yesterday.
I did my bracket. It was total just shot in the dark.
Okay.
I have no idea if it has any
Who did you pick
shot.
to win?
Duke.
All right, Duke.
That's a pretty reliable pick.
You know, I was trusting my gut. I picked Duke and who was it? Virginia for the final game.
Okay.
Who do you guys have?
Well, Virginia's the overall top-ranked team, so that's a pretty safe bet. A lot of people think that they might win.
I'm still working on it.
Still working on it.
I decided to go with Michigan State for a little bit of an upset. They're a 3 seed, but we'll see how they do.
All
All
right.
All right, so let's go over and talk a little bit about the weather, because things are starting to warm up, Annalise.
Oh, yeah, they really are. So we've got temperatures already that have been in the mid-50s as we've gotten on into middle of the morning. And one thing we're watching today, our winds are going to be really picking up. They're not too bad just yet. This is your wind gust forecast. And as you can see, as we push this through the day, later on today, certainly into tonight, we're going to have wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour and maybe even above that in some cases. And it actually stays windy all the way into our Friday forecast. We're waiting on our next weather system to move through. Thanks to those strong south winds, temperatures are going to be able to climb very quickly today. So those 50s will become 60s through midday and eventually high temperatures today close to 80 degrees. We're thinking the upper 70s.
Yeah, and it's going to be nice basically through the weekend.
It is,
right?
yeah. So we're going to have some on and off rain through the weekend, but it's not a washout. So folks who have some St. Patrick's Day plans.
Got the big parade on Greenville Avenue.
Big plans in Dallas.
Yes.
You've attended that before. You going to do it again?
You know, I'm actually going to be working Saturday, so that's my excuse this year. But I have been in the past. It's a lot of fun. It's a little rowdy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
good time.
Lots of things to get out and do, and the weather should be pretty decent out there. You know, so the Tide Pod Challenge, thank goodness, right, is finally over.
How it was ever a thing, right? Not quite sure.
But apparently bored teenagers have found a little something extra to do now. Tell us about that.
Yeah, okay, the latest internet challenge involves challenging gravity. Here's how it works. Teens are holding items out of the window of the moving cars and attempting to balance them against the wind using just their fingers. So far, people have used coins, catch-up packets, flip-flops. It all seems innocent until this, cell phones. They're trying to balance cell phones on their hands.
Is that a donut?
That's a donut.
But then there's the cell phone.
Don't do it. No, don't.
Yeah, I'm kind of distracted watching this, but that just seems like a bad idea. There you go.
And there it goes.
And yeah.
That was a lucky catch.
All right. Somebody's mom and dad would not have been happy.
Not have approved of
had
that.
they been buying a new phone.
I guess it's better than eating Tide Pods.
A lot better than that. But still, you better have the Apple Care or whatever insurance if you're going to be giving that one a try. All right, that'll do it for us this morning. Thanks for watching CBS 11, the ones for Texas. And as always, for updates, you can head to our website, cbsdfw.com.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on Facebook, too. We will have another Facebook Live News Now update coming your way at noon.